10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Sorry. Hey, y'all. I had the mic muted. Hey, Miss Lady T. Hey, Clarence Washington. How y'all doing? Look, it's small in here, y'all. Since we ain't talking about R.Kelly, nobody wants to hear, but it's okay because I'm gonna give you guys a special gift for supporting both topics. Y'all, let me tell y'all. Today we're gonna talk about the FBG Duck Oblock trial that's going on in Chicago, and I'm gonna give you guys an update. Thank you to everybody who's subscribed to the channel. Thank you for all the moderators. And apologies for the delays. I had to do something in the kitchen real quick. So, y'all, the other day when I came on and I was like, I didn't see anything that was pretty much exciting in the Oblock trial. I was kidding, y'all. I was kidding. Because, y'all, this Oblock trial, baby, bye. We thought the feds was in the Chicago case. No, ma'am. The feds is definitely in, I'm sorry, in the R.Kelly case, it's definitely in this Oblock case. People is the federales, y'all. I promise you. It is absolutely OC. Hey, Cookie. How you doing? I just wait, you say Lady T? Lady T in here? Oh, you saying Lady? So let me start. Let me try and give y'all an update. Okay, so I started reading the Santiago Proffer, which was probably 2 months ago. So you all can go back and look at it and get an update from what I read in the Santiago Proffer. So in the Santiago Proffer, in the trial, it talked about the cooperators in this case. So the cooperators, it turns out, are cooperator 1 and cooperator 3 are bloggers in the basically, I guess, say in the drill sector, and one guy is also a rapper. Okay, so let me start from the beginning. I told you guys a long time ago that the feds was in Chicago. Okay, the feds came to Chicago. This is when all the shooting and stuff was going on, the life ending and all that stuff was going on. So the feds came to Chicago, and clearly they haven't left. Okay, moving forward, FBG Duck lost his life in downtown Chicago, the Gold Coast, which is the very prominent, actually one of the richest areas in Chicago. Okay, I can't remember how many guys. It was 5 guys, to my understanding, pulled up in 2 separate vehicles. Well, 6 guys pulled up in 2 separate vehicles, and 4 guys got out and gunned FBG Duck down. And the trial started about 2 weeks ago. So people have been testifying in this trial. So the first guy that testified is a cooperator, cooperator 1. Okay. He testified in the trial. And a lot of people have been reading stuff from different areas in regards to what he testified to. But basically, these guys are charged with the RICO, and these witnesses have testified to different things. This is the Oblock, which is a faction of the BD gang. And you guys have probably heard about it on TV. They call it Oblock. So with that being said, these guys are being charged with a RICO for ending the life of FBG Duck. Okay, members of this Oblock BD faction of the BD gang. So the guy testified, and basically he established that there were drug sales, allegedly that there were drug sales going on in the Oblock. He witnessed it. Basically talking about the structure of the gang and the meetings that they had, et cetera, et cetera. Okay, So, but understand this, in Chicago, just like any other city, these guys have friends. Okay. So the friends, okay, let's say you got it's two people, okay, and you got one friend, and all of a sudden your one friend gets called in by the feds. Okay. So the feds call your friend in, but don't notify you. And later on, you find out that your friend is actually testifying in the Oblock trial. So this ain't funny, but it is funny because it's crazy, because the offset of what's going on, you guys, in regards to the guy's friend. And you got to understand, in Chicago, especially, in every area, people they know each other, they grew up together, or you run into people in the streets, or you went to, in your activities and your daily movements, you run into certain people. So Cooperator Ron was friends with one of the other bloggers, didn't tell him, and got on the stand and testified. And so the two bloggers have been going back and forth on the internet. Okay. And I get it, because if you have a friend that turns federal, basically Cooperator One was allegedly, he was paid $25,000 to testify in this Oblock trial. So he testified, and the information also came out that this same guy has been working for the feds, you guys, allegedly since 2000, I think they said 8 or something like that. So damn near 15 years. Can you imagine that? Having a friend, a close friend of yours that you've been knowing for decades, all of a sudden being called in and they working for the feds. You find out over the internet that this person's working for the feds. Now, this to some of you guys that are regular folks, you probably think like, okay, well, it's not a big deal. But if you have any type of association to the streets, or you have if you have any gang affiliations, gang ties, gang related, anything like that, or even have friends who are in gangs, you cannot be the one to bring the federales on the block. It's just not a good look. Y'all, it's just not a good look. And that, it just not, man, I don't even know how to explain to you guys. It kills your credibility. And it also makes you look like the federales when you really didn't even have nothing to do with the whole situation. So we got that going on. And then one of the guys is actually from the FBG group. He testified, and they stated that he testified that, to some life-ending situations that he witnessed. And it sounds like, and they're saying that it's going to be a bigger RICO that's supposed to be occurring. So in regards to they, people are saying that they're going to have another RICO following this case that's going to bring the Black Disciples organization down. And it's interesting because this trial is kind of, they're intertwining the two things. You have the situation where the BDs, their interactions and the gang relations that happen actually in Oblock, but then they also are talking about other things that didn't have in regards to the Duck ending his life. So you have, it's like they're taking the Duck situation and they're tying it into a bigger picture of the BDs and their activity in within the game. So it kind of makes sense that there is something forthcoming. And it's like these guys are also charged, with the RICO as well. And being a Kel supporter, you guys should already know that, we told everybody what was coming. Once they got Kels and the way they got them, we pretty much knew what time it was, you know, but of course people didn't want to listen. They don't want to hear, you know, but now they see, you know, because they putting Ricos on everybody. Hey, Miss Bougie. So this is just a quick update I wanted to give you guys, but let me say this too. So today a couple of bloggers are saying that when they went to the trial, because they blog on the Oblock trial, just like as I do. I don't do it as much, you know, because I try and get in where I can in regards to my time. But they're saying the bloggers went to the trial and they talking about the feds, y'all, was stopping certain bloggers from going into the trial. Can you believe that? Saying that basically, I guess one girl saying that they thought she was familiar with the witness, and the witness had said something about her, and so they were concerned with her safety. Another guy they didn't even let into the courtroom. So it's like, y'all know I wanted to go, you know, to the trial, but it's too much, you know. It's real federalish. The feds is on deck. Look, the streets are dead and the feds on deck, y'all. I promise you. Because it's like, how you know, that's like a regular person like me, you know, doing my little content creating, going to the trial, and all of a sudden the feds is talking about, Skyye Lyfe, can you step outside for a minute? We need to talk to you. One of the witnesses has a problem with what you said in your one of your videos, and we're scared for your safety. Can you imagine that? I'm telling y'all, boys, Chicago is wild. Chicago is wild. And I if you haven't lived there, I can't really explain it to you guys. Like, and even with this trial, it's like loudly gang related, and then it's softly gang related. And it's just a lot of moving pieces, a lot of moving people, and you just gotta like sit back and watch. So I've been, you know, watching, you know, going in people chats. I've been going in more chats trying to figure out, you know, who everybody is, what people are saying, what their opinions are. But the overall issue is that the cooperator 1 and cooperator 2 were both gang related. They're now saying, I'm sorry, cooperator 1 and cooperator 3 were both gang related, and now they're stating that they are no longer affiliated with the gang, and they are testifying in the trial. And a lot of the people that you got to understand in Chicago, there was a you know, from the old book, the old gang structure, you know, you can't snitch. You know, when you affiliate with a gang, you suppose that there's a code of silence, and there's also a street code of silence. You're not supposed to snitch. You're definitely not supposed to testify. You're not supposed to bring no attention or have no dealings with the police at all. Okay? So you got a lot of people, and there's a lot of people that are watching these guys testify, and they're saying that they're doing it for the good of FBG Duck. However, it's questionable, you know. When you have the one guy you've been working for the feds for what, almost 15 years, but yet you state that you did it for Duck. So if you did it for Duck, the Clarence watched this the whole time. so if you did it for Duck, it's like, well, let me say this: you didn't do it for Duck, because you've been doing it. You see what I'm saying? So he trying to act like this is like he specially came out and wanted to turn federal for this particular situation. But how you already been a federales though? You see what I'm saying? And then not only that, if you have a friend or any type of friends that are involved in the streets, even got one foot in, like myself, I feel like this. And I'm going to be fair about it, because a lot of people are mad at these two guys for testifying. I'm going to be fair. For one, you all know how I do. I like to take things and turn it to myself and put myself in those people positions, okay? So if I was the one that got pulled in by the feds, now the one guy, cooperator 3, he stated that, well, allegedly he has a what do they call it? He has a habitual offender gun charge pending, meaning when you if you were engaging in a life of crime, they're gonna give you a charge. If you keep getting the same particular charge or any type of charge, felonies, they're eventually gonna hit you with a habitual. Okay, they're gonna call you a habitual offender. And when you get that charge, 9 times out of 10, you about to do a whole bunch of time and actually damn near life. Okay. So allegedly, and that's what we have to find out. Cooperator 3, who was part of FBG, is stating they're stating that he has a pending habitual offender charge, and that's why he cooperated. Which I feel is understandable, because if you about to basically strike out, remember they had the 3 strike rule. If you about to strike out on a habitual, you got to do something. Especially if you got kids and family members, I mean, you got to cop out. So it's kind of understandable. But, when you part of that situation and you affiliated, you're not supposed to do that. So in regards to Cooperator 1, the guy that's been the federales for about 15 years. Now, if you have a friend that is in Chicago moving around, dealing with the guys, I feel like this. The feds probably, one, tell you, don't tell. Okay. I can't see the feds pulling a person in and then allowing them to go and notify their friends and other guys or females that they are the feds. So with that being said, I kind of understand a little bit why the guy didn't tell his friends that he was the federales. Okay. And plus, if you the feds, if it's me and I'm the feds, I'm not going to tell you because you might, you know what I'm saying, bring me harm. You see what I'm saying? You might be like, oh, Skyye Lyfe came and told me she was the feds or was working with the feds. And that's your life in Chicago. Man, please. You in immediate danger. Okay. Immediate danger. All right. So it's like, if you also, and this is how I would play it. If I got called into the Fed, got caught up with a case, or and they tell me you gotta rat on somebody. Okay, if it was me, I'm falling back from all my friends. Okay, I'm just gonna tell you, like, right now, I can't talk, I can't go nowhere. I'm just gonna fall back and I'm gonna stay in the house. Okay, that's how I'm gonna play it. I'm just gonna fall back. Because it appears like if you don't, and you go out into the streets and you still associating with your same friends and the same people doing the same activities, it almost looks like you showing up to try and trick on me too. You see what I'm saying? Like, you suspect to me now, because if you know you was the feds, why you just ain't fall back? Especially if you gonna come around and not tell me. Why you ain't tell me? Either you gonna tell me, I feel like you either should tell me or fall back. One of the two. Unless you trying to set me up. That's how I see it. That's it. That's how I see it. Okay? It's like, you got to be careful, y'all. In Chicago, it's a lot of moving pieces, y'all. It's people are, man, I told y'all, it's predator and prey. You have to have situational awareness. You got to know what's going on. You have to be able to identify certain things. And it's just that simple. It's a dark place. Everybody is out to get you. Okay. And y'all know my motto, DTA. Don't trust anybody. Okay. Don't trust anybody. I promise you. Because I'm telling you, this trial right here is insane. And people are really mad. Like, it's a lot of trolling going on. Y'all think that the Cal sector was bad. Please. This new Chicago sector, I'm gonna call it the Chicago sector, around this trial. And y'all gotta understand, this is like serious, because like I told y'all, when I was growing up, you know, everybody done heard the term snitches get stitches, but they'll really come for your life. Like you'll really, you know what I'm saying, wind up missing playing around with the police, and you part of, if you gang affiliated or, you know what I'm saying, affiliated with streets, you just can't do it. Now, over the years and in this new day, and I do say new day, you have the streets are dead, okay? Meaning the structure of the gangs is gone. The code of the streets, the no snitching code is not respected. It's not upheld. It's gone. The guys they have no respect for it. I guess because they don't see an immediate consequence to it. Because back in the day when the gangs were really structured, they was organized, and you know, things didn't move unless it was within order, or you know what I'm saying, it was sanctioned. It was immediate repercussions for doing things that weren't, how should I put it, told you to, like, you know, that they tell you to do. Okay. So nowadays you got people like Tekashi 6ix9ine, you know, he brought down the Blood gang. He was affiliated. Of course, you know, he kind of like paid his way to get in it. He wasn't really one, but he was one. But at the same time, you know, he snitched. And he got millions of followers, probably making more money than he ever made in his life. Okay. And now you got these guys. This is a super big, this is one of the biggest trials, I would say, in Chicago since what, the past 50, 60 years. This Oblock trial is mega. Okay. And a lot of people know the people in the family. They know Duck. They know Duck's family. They know you see what I'm saying? It's a lot of people that are grouped up and basically know each other. So I'm just letting y'all know this trial, everybody is saying it's not looking good for these guys. Of course, you already saw when I read the Santiago proffer. You can go back and look at it and look at the evidence that they have. I'm still going to try and come back and go over that. But I'm working on trying to get some solid, you know, y'all know how I am. You know, people say, you know, they get different documentation and different type of paperwork. But I'm trying to work on getting you guys something special. You see what I'm saying? Something solid so we could see what actually happened in the trial. Because y'all know I like to see exactly what somebody's words were. And I want to see what they actually said. It's too much speculation going on in this trial. I say that. You got people speculating, people getting different resources from where they drawing their information from. And I mean, you can get the gist of it in regards to it's people that's working with the feds. That's a lot of people that's not in support of these guys testifying in the trial. Okay. And I assume that they would prefer these guys to remain silent. But the thing is this, when the feds is on deck, the feds is active. We clearly see that they on YouTube. It's almost like you just got to watch everything. You got to watch who you associate with. You just got to watch what you say on these YouTube streets. You know how people in the KO sector always throwing them threats. You know, same thing going on in this Chicago scene, you know. And y'all know how I am. I like to associate with real people because, you know, real solid people. And it's just, man. Yeah, y'all hit the like button. Please hit the like button. You could share this video. If you do, go ahead. Make sure you shout my channel out. And make sure you subscribe. Let's get the subscribers up. We've been going up pretty good. See, if I was more consistent, y'all, this channel would have been built. I know it's my fault, but we gonna get there. We gonna get there, y'all. But outside of that, that's really all I had to say. It's a sad situation, you guys, because basically it's coming down to this. FBG Duck lost his life because there was a guy named, it was what is his name? THF His name is Ralph Turpin, okay? And he basically saw Duck downtown Chicago. He called the members of Oblock, notifying them that Duck was downtown shopping, okay? They told Ralph, okay, well, since he down there, basically they was like, get at him. Ralph states, tells them basically he don't have to move with him. So they come themselves, okay? They hop in the cars from Oblock. They get in the car, and it looks like they driving down to Dan Ryan, and they go downtown, and they basically assassinate Duck, okay? The reason why Ralph Turpin is mad at Duck, because allegedly Duck has dated his baby mama a couple of years ago too. Not even recently, y'all. They saying this was like a year or two ago. He dated his baby mama, and this guy Ralph Tender Dick was mad about it. Can you believe that? You had this guy murdered because he dated your baby mama. And if you all were from Chicago and could see the place, people, you all probably don't understand why the dynamics of this. Like, people get killed. I'm sorry, I shouldn't even be saying that word. People get their lives lost in the streets, in the projects, all the time. Okay, for us that's normal, but to be assassinated in the richest part of Chicago, you guys, is like insane. You all remember what I was saying when I first heard of it? I was like, oh, it's no way, it's a paid hit. It was basically a send-off mission and a paid hit, because them guys had to be off some pills or something if they thought they were about to go in downtown Chicago, commit this assassination, and get away with it. Like, y'all, in Chicago, we got red light cameras. So if you turn on a red light, it takes a picture of you. We got speeding cameras. They got cameras that read your license plate. They got cameras in the hood now. If you ever go to Chicago and you see that blue and red light flickering in the neighborhood or on certain streets, that light is a camera up there. Not only is that a camera, but it also detects gunfire. Okay, so it's so many techie things and so many resources that the police can use to identify you, identify your car. It's just insane. And then to think you're gonna get from downtown Chicago to to think you're gonna get from Oblock to downtown Chicago, the Gold Coast, without hitting a camera. Then people got Ring cameras, people videotaping everything. To think, and then did it in broad daylight, you guys. It was a suicide mission, y'all. They just wasn't getting out of that. I'm sorry. I know I'm being preemptive to the trial, but if they beat this, it's gonna be like the Immaculate Conception. I mean, it's gonna be a straight miracle. I promise you. When you guys look at the Santiago Prophet, the evidence in there, you got the guys texting each other. They have a picture of Duck laying down on the ground in your phone. How you get that, sir? Huh? Explain that. And that's just one piece of the evidence. They got the guys taking the car that they drove in back to the car dealership, got the girlfriend texting him, texting back and forth about coming to pick him up. They got her, I think she had to testify too. And people looking at her like she a snitch too, when she just got pulled into a situation because her boyfriend texted her to come get a ride, y'all. Like, in Chicago, you could really lose your life. Like, it's not even funny. It's a real life situation. It's dangerous. That's why that's why I tell y'all all the time, when I was running the streets, you have to be careful. It's consequences to running the streets. It's consequences to dating these guys that's affiliated, drug dealing, a life of crime, All that fast men, fast money, fast cars. It's a consequence to it. I told y'all that. And it is. And this young lady gets pulled into a situation because her kid's father calls her to come pick him up, not knowing that he just went and probably committed the biggest crime ever in Chicago. Imagine that. Now you got to go testify and everybody looking at you like you a snitch and like you a rat. And it's nothing you can do if you that young lady. It's sad, and these guys, when they, you get affiliated with these gangs and you doing crimes and stuff, oh, trust and believe, we already know you going to jail. That's why the 2600 in California is so big, and they keep on. I think they have built about 2 wings since I was growing up, added to the Cook County Jail. I think 2 to 3 wings, and I think a whole women's section since I was growing up. Why you think they did that? To put more you color folks in there. You see what I'm saying? Hey, Court, what's going on, guy? So what you thought? And they gonna keep building them. Because while you making these moves, eventually you gonna get caught. That's the part I don't get. You think, I don't know why people think they the best at it when you got thousands of guys sitting in prison, in jail right now, who did the same thing you were doing. It's like you got to learn a lesson. I understand some things are done for survival. However, you just have to you just got to make better choices. And if you can't look at what's been going on in these past couple of years with the violence in Chicago, living a life of crime in Chicago, and especially with this trial, being affiliated with some of these organizations and these gangs, I don't know what else to tell you. But y'all, if you know any young people, you guys got to make better choices. Try and go to a church if you need some help. Go to a community center if you need somebody to uplift you, because entering a life of crime it's not going to get you anything but caught up. Because just like the Cooperator 3, this guy got they say he got a pending habitual charge, which might send him to prison for life. So he has to testify, give up his integrity, give up his his respect and how he's appeared amongst his friends, and go testify in court. And that's what he has to live with, So that's really all I had to say. I just wanted to give you guys an update, because I kind of I was tripping the other day when I said I didn't see anything that was standing out in the case. Y'all, the streets are dead. The feds are on deck. And it's no code anymore. Guys are no longer loyal. And but that's the new era though. With this new era, when I was growing up, I told you guys, there was no rap songs where people were talking about, they were talking about what type of crimes they did and what type of charges they had. They weren't doing that when I was growing up. That's a new thing where you got the drill music telling on themselves and telling on their friends. They weren't doing that when I was growing up. So, and then what do you think? They said in the trial they were playing some of these guys' music that were talking about what they did to Duck. So you all just have to, it just, the stuff, I don't know what they thought. It had to come to this. And it's been coming to that with these other guys, YSL. What's the other guy that got a gun charge? I mean, got a RICO charge. No, the guy that killed his friend. It's something Melly or something like that. I don't know what his name is, but they playing these guys' music and they're using their lyrics against them. So, but I don't understand what guys were thinking when you saying you putting what you did in a song and then think eventually you're not gonna be called on it. It don't make no sense to me. It really doesn't. But here we are. And people are trying to say, oh, it's not fair game to play their music. Yes, it is. Because if you stupid to put your crime in a song and sing it to me, I'm smart enough to take it and lock you up with the information you provided to me. People need to reach out to the OGs and some of these people that grew up in the era that I grew up in, and understand we weren't telling where the bodies was. We was silent. It was a code of silence, not even just for the people who was affiliated, but that was just in the streets. Why nobody talking and telling and all this stuff that's going on now? I mean, this is strange, y'all. I'm just telling you, this is a strange time. It's definitely not the era I grew up in. All this talking and telling and digging up bodies and saying who did what. I'm telling y'all, it wasn't like that. And I think because I grew up in a time where you would get immediate repercussions for any actions that you did against old people, women, elderly, and just moved out of the structure of the gang too. It's a sad day though, but they saying it's not looking good for them guys, which we already knew. Anybody from Chicago, it pretty much knows when you go pull a stunt like that, 10 and I want to say 9 times out of 10 you're not gonna beat that. They're not gonna beat that. But what's gonna be interesting is if the information that they get from this trial, if they take it and come back with another RICO to try and take down the BD Facet. That's what we waiting to see. But looking forward, also I'm trying to work on getting something exclusive for you guys. So we shall see. Also, I might need some donations to help pay for it. But once I get the cost, we'll see. But if you guys can donate, hold on. Because y'all know I need to get the information. I don't like playing around. I want to see word for word what was said. That's my Cash App. You guys can do super chat as well or super stickers, but my Cash App is Skyye Lyfe, $Skyye Lyfe, SKYYE. So if you could donate to the channel, that'll help me to get some of the paperwork and some of these exclusive things that we're gonna try and get. And we're gonna go from there. Cause I'm not trying to wait. I want to see right now what was said. It's too many different stories. I got too many different people saying stuff, saying that people testified to this and that. So we're gonna read and see what was actually said in the trial. Now, this is the thing though. Y'all know how I feel about the media, and these newspapers and stuff. I'm gonna say they give you a good outline of what happened, but once again, they're paid to write and to create certain narratives. The same thing with the paperwork. Even though we're gonna be reading the paperwork, I understand this. The paperwork tells you what happened in court. That doesn't necessarily mean what actually happened in real life or the actual situation. Okay, I like to make sure I state that, because after experiencing the shenanigans they did in the R.Kelly case, it's very clear that what happens inside the courtroom is not really what happened in real life, in regards to even the witness's testimony be a damn lie. But however, what they testified to. That's the whole purpose of getting the paperwork, is to actually see what the person said. Okay. That's the only thing that I will say is accurate in regards to the narratives that are spent, the narratives that the prosecution and the government has provided. Don't believe it. Okay. Listen to it, understand what happened in the trial, but then you have to do your research outside of that. You have to watch these interviews. I'm doing the same thing. I'm going on people's IG. I'm going on their YouTube channels, watching what people are saying in regards to outside of the courtroom, and just trying to get an understanding on what's going on. But you guys, I don't know. The violence has to stop. It's just, I don't know, it's gone too far, but we'll see the outcome of this trial. I'm not sure how much longer it's going to be going on, but I will get back with you guys. Let me make sure the comments. Hey, Mona Martinez. What's going on? Oh, also I wanted to say this. If there's anybody who is subscribed to my channel, I should say has been subscribed to my channel for a while. Basically, I know you. Okay, you come in the chat and I know you, or if you all know of a family, because I would like to do something for a child for Christmas. If you know of a family, or if it's your family that is in need of some help in regards to getting some gifts and toys for a child, please email me at skywins@gmail.com. I would like to give a donation. And also, if you like, you can bring it to the channel. And, after I have a conversation with you, if it's legitimate, if I feel it's legit, I'll bring it to the channel and I'll, see if other people would like to donate as well. So again, if you have been subscribed to my channel for a while, if you know of a family that's in need, or if you are a family that's in need, or if you have donated to me, sent me a super chat or sent me a cash app, you're eligible as well. If you know of a family, or if you are a family that's in need and needs some help with getting a child some gifts or children some gifts, please email me and let me know. And I would like to contribute to it. You guys, it's just, yeah, we got to do better. I'm going to tell you one thing. This trial really, it makes me sad. Because these guys, you got to understand, FBG Duck is gone. I've been watching his mom and his family. They're hurt by this. You got to understand the guys that are being charged with these crimes, they have kids. They're probably going to jail for the rest of their life. They're stating that they were offered a 55-year plea deal. If they offer you 55, what do you think you're going to get when you lose the trial? It's good night, Irene. Unpack your bags, because you ain't going on no vacation. It's over. Finito. Okay? Should have took the 55. That's how it's looking. Hit the like button, y'all. Also, if you come in, make sure y'all go in the comments. Let me know what y'all think about this trial and what if y'all think there's gonna be a different outcome. I want to know if you guys think if it's gonna be another RICO going against the BDs. And what do you guys think about these guys that are affiliated with these gangs? Well, stating that they're no longer affiliated, and then later on going to testify. Do you feel that there's a time? Do you feel like we should still draw off the old code, meaning that once affiliated, you still don't snitch, you remain silent? Or is it okay to turn state's evidence, and even if it's for the cause of helping in someone's assassination? Okay, you watch Mama Duck? Okay, good. So I want to know what y'all think. So even if you ever miss a video, go back, please hit the like button, put comments in the and watch the replay. And you could share the video. And we want to get the subscribers up and go from there. But it's just sad, y'all. These guys are probably going to prison for the rest of their life. Their kids not going to see them. Their mama's not going to see them. It's sad, even though what they are being charged with doing was horrible. I believe that there was some type of narcotics involved. They had to be had, y'all. I'm sorry. Y'all just got to see how it is. You just got to just understand how far they went. And they was in broad daylight, y'all. Like, I've already described how many cameras and technical things that they got to track you in Chicago. Like, it was a lose-lose situation. And it's just to throw it all away. But these guys have been beefing. They saying this BD GD beef has been going on for decades. Well, I'm saying for a decade. Okay, so at least to around 2010, they saying it started. So, you know, and these guys know the end game to this stuff. You know, just like the crazy part is these guys that testified, they trying to act like they don't know what time it is. Like they don't know that if they get caught, if certain people get a hold to them, it's not gonna be good for them. Like this is just the old street code. You know, I guess, and I'm not just gonna say Chicago, but all big major cities. It's the same thing. You supposed to remain silent. You're not supposed to be testifying. And to act like you don't know what time it is and to be online arguing with people and bucking with people and bopping with them and acting like you don't like you're not in the wrong. You signed up for that though. So make better choices, people. You know, a lot of people not trying to hear that the good deed theory. They ain't going for that. I promise you they not. Did you hear about the blogger? Yeah, that's the guy that I'm talking about. Uh-huh. He's one of the people I'm talking about. It is crazy because they're young. Very young. And that's the sad part about it. Because you know, and happy birthday to Duck. Duck's birthday, his 30th birthday, his mama said was yesterday. FBG Duck's birthday was yesterday. So happy birthday to Duck. And imagine that, y'all. This guy didn't even get to see 30 years. These other guys, I don't believe any of them are 30 either. I'm going to have to go back in that paperwork and see their actual age. I was born and raised in the Cheyenne, moved to New Mexico 7 years ago, but I'm moving back. Girl, Mona. Mona, stay where you at, girl. Look, I don't even live in Chicago no more. I got the hell out of there. Look, me and my family, I think we moved. When did we leave the city? Shit. I want to say 96, 97. We moved from Chicago. And then, you know, later on in life, I moved the hell away, damn near all the way out trying to get out of Illinois, so far away from Chicago. Girl, you better stay where you at. It's not, I mean, in between the ending of the lives, the drug activity, you got the politics, then they got this this migration from Mexico and Venezuela and from wherever else. It's the city is just up right now. It's just up. Now, if you're gonna move to the suburbs, I mean, you know, it's cool, but if you gotta have any dealings to go back into the city, you know. When I went back, you know, the traffic, people can't drive. You know what I'm saying? It's just irritating. Taking a long time to get everywhere. Everything costs more. Then you got to ride around like you on a military goddamn drill. It's pitiful. You got to look for the jack. Got to drive for the jack. You got to do everything for the jack. You paranoid. You know what I'm saying? You precautious. Like, y'all just don't know. Man, Chicago is traumatizing, y'all. It's traumatizing. I don't even know what else to say, but I mean, it's a whole deal in moving it. How the way to move in Chicago. I got my daughter and grandparents in Melrose Park. Okay. Melrose Park ain't that bad. Okay. Oh, no, girl. I ain't moving to no city. Moving to the. Okay, you moving to the burbs. Okay. Cause I mean, you know, it's a whole routine. Like when I come home, literally, you guys, I have to change my mindset when I hit certain, like I'll be coming in, depending if I come from like 80 or something, like 30 minutes out, I just have to change my whole mindset, my driving style, everything. You got to be on point. And that's just what it is. And I don't like feeling like apprehensive and tense and all that old shit. Like, I don't know. People be, you know, all this stealing cars and jacking people. You gonna take me out my car that I paid for and then take it somewhere and get it chopped up or something like that. I mean, it's pitiful. They just don't give a damn about you. They don't give a damn about women, kids, old people, like anything goes. So why do people want to stay and live in a place where anything goes? Then you got this dumbass assault rifle ban where you basically tying the citizens' hands because the criminal gonna have his weapon of choice. Okay, he gonna have his 30 clip, but you telling me, oh no, you can only have 10 rounds, huh? You gonna put me with a handgun versus an assault rifle? Come on now. You tying our hands, you tying the citizens' hands. You making it damn near impossible to survive. Like, I mean, the odds are so horrible with that. Like, I don't know if y'all, let me just say this. If you got a handgun and you a good shot, that's your only defense against somebody who has an assault rifle. Okay. And I'm talking about you better get your shots in before they lift that assault rifle up. Otherwise, it's over. Okay. And this is what we dealing with in Illinois. All because of Chicago and the Chicago crime. The whole Illinois has to suffer. Okay. And we all got to have our hands tied because of the dumbass criminals in Chicago. Ain't that some stupid shit? They probably gonna have the what they call them, the drums. And here I am pulling up with a handgun with 10 rounds. Stop it. They could burn in hell. Always gotta be on P's. That's right. You gotta be on your P's and Q's. But yeah, people that's not even, y'all don't even understand, man. Y'all don't even understand. Yeah. And got extended clips. But you want us to have a handgun or either have a one give off one shot, then we gotta reload while we got 50 to 100 hot ones coming at us. Like, come on, man. It's stupid. They not playing, but they better understand people is ready to stand ground. And I promise you, you put somebody back against the wall, nobody give a damn about none of that. It's survive. Okay, that's what's gonna come down to. Roll up in the wrong situation. Roll up in the situation however you want. Just, man, it's about survival. But I'm not gonna keep y'all. That's all I wanted to say. Did any of y'all want to come up and say anything, I could drop the link real quick. But other than that, this case is wild, honey, y'all. It's really wild. And thank you, Kel supporters, for coming in, supporting the drill topic, the FBG Duck case. And I love my city. It's just gone. It's just gone to shit. It's just sad. The mayor doesn't have a hold on anything. It's just I don't know. But I would like to help bring it back up if I could. It's just so much lack of guidance. And then they, bringing in the migrants, housing the migrants, not helping the homeless people. Like, that's a whole nother topic I haven't even talked about. I think we'll probably talk about that too. But y'all, just make better choices in life. Again, if you know of a family that's in need, that has kids, that needs help buying some gifts for Christmas, email me. And once you do, and we have a conversation, and and I feel comfortable with it, I'll bring it to the channel and see if anybody else would like to donate to the family. This for people who have donated to me, either send a Cash App, Super Chat, Super Sticker, or if you subscribe to the channel and have been a long time subscriber, meaning you've come into the chat and I know you've been subscribed to the channel. So we can help. You know, I know how it is to need some help, financial help, and nobody looking out for you. Don't nobody want to give you a dime. What other channels you watching for the FBG Duck updates? I can't find channels talking about it. If you go to, well, you watch Mama Duck, that's one of the main channels to watch. Also, I've been going to Trenches Talk TV. And that's really it that I'm getting like the main updates from, because Mama Duck, she was doing updates, but I think they might have told her not to say nothing because she's saying she waiting till after the trial. But also, Mona, what's happening too is a lot of these people and a lot of the bloggers are waiting for interviews. And, you know, because they get paid, you know, like Vlad TV, DJU. They pay these people to come on, so they're waiting to give the exclusive content, you know, to these big time bloggers and these big time channels. So that's what we just getting. We getting pieces of the information. But like I said, I'm gonna work on getting the real exclusive paperwork, okay? Because I don't want to wait. But it's gonna be based on the donations on how much of the paperwork I can get. But because I gotta see. I want to see. They saying these guys testified to certain people. They seeing lives being lost, and they testified to you know, establishing the RICO. I want to see, you know, and it's kind of like it's scary, you know, and if there's people that's affiliated, man, y'all better get low. I promise y'all that this trial is letting everybody know the feds is on deck. They in Chicago, and it don't look like they're going away no time soon. And the way they work, they're gonna start with one organization and then probably hop to the next organization. You don't know, and based on this trial, you don't know who the feds, who been working with the feds, who friends with the feds. Like, this trial has really open the eyes. I think that's the thing too, why guys are shocked and mad, because it's people that they never expected to be the federales and federal witnesses. Yeah, she hasn't been on. She's on IG too. You can catch her on IG at Brick and Duck OG. That's her IG name. Okay, you said, okay, I'll keep up so I can send you some money. Okay, cool. Yeah, it's definitely needed because I want to get these transcripts. You know, people might want to wait. I don't want to wait. I don't think they done. Yeah, they not done. My family's gang affiliated, and they been known. Feds been in the shot. Yeah, absolutely. The feds are here, baby. And that's the thing, because they focusing on the BD, you know what I'm saying, facet organization. But you know what I'm saying? That might tie into another one. That's what I'm saying. That's the same thing when you telling about these crimes and stuff. You dig up one bag of bones, you might trip and dig up another crime. You see what I'm saying? So everybody on edge in Chicago. I think it's making people nervous. Now that they seeing that unexpected people are testifying and working with them, that make you look at everybody around you like 2-3 times. You know, you be like, well, hold on, who else? You know, because these just the guys that's being forced to testify. And that's another thing. The one blogger tried to say that he decided he was going to testify. You ain't decided a goddamn thing. You got that money. You signed up with that paperwork, And then people told you to get your ass on the stand. All that you decided. You don't decide nothing. They tell you what you gonna do. You don't decide. You ain't got the ups on the feds. I mean, people just they just got you people thinking all type of crazy stuff. Girl, before I moved from Chicago to Shy, they did a RICO of 15 kings in the hood. Oh, snap. You talking about, so they had already grabbed the Lane Kings? Wow. Wow. Well, as we see, they back again. But I mean, you know what? We caused this. You know what I'm saying? We caused this. Because we've been cutting up and going forth. Chicago has been cutting up and going forth. And all my friends be like, when you moving back? How about never wary of never time? I don't want to be there. Y'all can have it. Hey, Chi-Town. Chi-Town. What's good? Who got it? Dang, they went for the Land Kings, y'all. Most of them got 25 years. Ooh! Father. A 25 piece. Lord have mercy. Well, y'all, I don't know. And see, this is the crazy part. This is I think why I'm having a problem with it, because, and I hate to say it, when the gangs, I should say, were in power and had structure, the streets were safer than they are now. So to see that they are going to try and bring down the last few guys that are affiliated or associated, it's kind of scary, because when you wipe them all out, you know, it's already bad when we have a broken structure. But when you take them all out the game, you know what I'm saying? What's Chicago gonna look like then? See, people don't think about this here thing, and of course, you know, everybody's not my age, but they haven't had the opportunity to see the change of times. But when you look at this here thing, this could make Chicago even worse, because these guys moving like they renegades, you know what I'm saying, and they ain't got no OG, can't nobody tell them nothing anyway. That's how they moving anyway, you know. And they was young as hell. There was only 2 of them in their 40s. Wow. That's how it is. Most of these guys are young. And most of them young guys be deadly. They'll blow on you in a heartbeat. The older ones won't get out till they 65. Ugh. Man. You might as well stay up in there. 65. It's a wrap. You ain't finna get no job. You know what I'm saying? You better hope you got a relative around that you can stay with. Like, the odds of you getting back and getting on your feet at that age that's pitiful. That's sad. Man, I don't know. Y'all pray for Chicago. Pray for Chicago. Just pray for peace in Chicago, y'all. Something has to change. We can't continue to go on like this. We cannot continue to move in the way we moving, y'all. We can't do it. So that's all I got to say. If anybody wants to come up, let me know. But I'm going to tell y'all, make better choices in life. If you got anybody that's in these gangs affiliated, tell them to fall back. Fall back. You know, when I was growing up, the guys was balling. They locked all the ballers up, y'all. Messed me up. Look, when I was coming up, I was talking to the baller shot callers. They'd have locked them up, messed the game up. Streets ain't even fun no more. No, it's still some guys out there, but that's another thing too. I have to make better choices myself. Learn my own lesson. But it is what it is. I enjoyed my childhood, the good and the bad, because I wouldn't be who I was right now if I hadn't experienced it all. But that's it. We're gonna get out of here. I'm praying for justice for Duck. Because it was tragic. I actually had an opportunity to go back, and I put 2 in the community chat. If you guys want to go see it, it was 2 interviews from Vlad that Duck did, just to try and get a sense of who he was and how he was. And the young man, while he was a real G, he didn't appear that he was like, how should I say? He played defense, kind of like myself. I play defense. I don't play offense. I don't go looking for trouble. I don't go striking stuff up with people. But when it comes down to defense, my defense is way better than my offense, and that's how it appeared that he was. Like he was a cool, laid back cat until you mess with him, then it appeared like he'll walk you down. So I just, and then, to hear what people say about him, and the stuff his mother says about him, the good words. It's a shame, because it towards the end, it looked like he really was trying to get peace, and these guys really didn't respect it. He wasn't trying to continue the beef. He was trying to end the actual beef in between the 2 neighborhoods and factions. So it's sad that he lost his life. But they lost lives on both sides, you guys. And when you look into this drill thing, it's a lot of young kids that lost their life, all in the name of a street, all in the name of, I guess, disrespect. Wow. Well, pray for Chicago. Yeah, they was young, y'all. So once I get y'all make sure y'all please donate. I don't care if it's $1, $2. I want to make sure I could try and get, I'm not gonna get all of it, just a couple of days of the paperwork, just so we can kill the noise and see see what these guys actually said on the stand, since I wasn't able to go to the trial. And it's too many different explanations for me. I just want to read what the hell he said and what he didn't say, and that's gonna kill all that noise, because some people are saying he testified to the bodies, he testified to seeing somebody end somebody else's life and all this. I don't want to hear it anymore. Justice for Duck. I don't want to hear it anymore. I want to hear what was actually said. Okay. So that's where we at. Thank you guys for coming. I am going to come back live this weekend. And hopefully we'll have the exclusive information. We going to see. But y'all just look for the notification. I haven't seen any R.Kelly updates. For those of you guys who don't know, R.Kelly is still awaiting an appeal. He's locked up in a federal prison in Colorado. From what we've seen, they're stating he's doing well. I mean, well as you can do in a prison. And I haven't heard anything about his medical conditions being as bad as they were when he first got in there. But we also praying for Kels. And I haven't seen anything in regards to his appeal or anything like that. So everything is the same. But thank you guys for coming. If you know anybody, I want to build up this side of the channel in regards to, the Chicago piece, the drill scene. And really, because I love to talk about Chicago and what's going on. So if you guys know anybody, I definitely want to build it up and get the subscribers up. And we'll go from there. That's right. Free Kels. Till the world blow up. Free that man. That man was set up. I don't care what nobody say. And we still, I'm telling y'all, we gonna read them text messages. And the perfect time is coming. Okay? When all the dust settles and then when people thought it was over, boom, we finna hit them text messages and we about to shake them up. We finna show you the proof of how he was set up. Okay? It's still gonna come. But we gonna get to the bottom of this duck case, you guys. Go back and watch the beginning of the Santiago Prophet video I did probably a month or two ago, but it says Santiago Prophet. Look at the evidence that they have. If them guys beat this trial, you guys, it's gonna have to be due to a technicality or a miracle from the Lord Jesus Christ himself. Because I'm telling y'all, the evidence that I saw, I just don't see no way of getting around it. And then the Ralph Turpin guy that tried to separate himself from the rest of the guys, it's weird because it's a conspiracy, dude. Them guys wouldn't have went down there and did what they did to Duck without you calling them. You know, it's funny how, you know, guys get in a jam and get in court and want to act like they don't know what time it is. You know what a conspiracy is? You know what it is? So don't get in court and act like you didn't send these guys. You basically sent these guys off. Well, you ain't really send them off because they was going to get them anyway. You see what I'm saying? Duck was on the list. And if you go back, you'll see when I read the information, they saying that these guys, the higher ups in the STL gang, the guys from Oblock would get basically, they would get juice and status from killing guys that were in the STL gang. And it was probably the same vice versa. You see what I'm saying? It's probably the same thing going both ways. If you knock off one of the guys, one of the higher ups, you get points. You know what I'm saying? You get juice basically for doing it. So they get, you know, get status in higher ranks. So it is what it is. All right, you guys. I'm gonna get out of here. I'll catch you guys next time. You ever say your rank goes up? And that's another thing. I wonder, like, was Vaughn, because they got King Von's name all through this paperwork. So I'm assuming that if he didn't pass away, he probably would have been wrapped up in this too, some kind of way. I don't know. But it's crazy because these guys, from what we see, even though they kind of telling, I haven't seen anybody just be like, I want to take a plea. But I think their attorneys, their public defenders and attorneys have explained to them, if one of these guys takes the plea, it's finito. You see what I'm saying? Conspiracy mean y'all all attached together. If one goes down, you all go down. Okay. Because if one of them guys states, I want to take the 55, you know, if they take the 55, they're gonna make them agree to, you know, the assassination and everything that they did, which is in turn gonna bring the rest of the guys down. So I guess on the street level, we got to give them respect for holding strong and maintaining the course. But, you know, I'm sorry. They basically about to do a life sentence for an entity that's not even really no real game. You know, you not about to get no help. The guys already saw in jail. We was getting rumors that the guys were saying they wasn't getting no money or support from nobody from the outside. So when you doing this life sentence, you pretty much doing it with your family and on your own. These same guys that you killed for and did this crime for ain't even finna be there for you while you taking this trip. So that's what it comes down to. It, Y'all, the gangs ain't what they used to be. Hey, Court. You know, the streets ain't what they used to be. I'm sure he would have been. Yeah, I think he'd have been in that Rico too. But as we see, you know what I'm saying? The streets is down and the feds is up, y'all. What did you just say? Kells is in Colorado. When this happened? I thought he'd been in Colorado. Ain't he in Colorado? In a federal prison? Except for Muwap, Dirk paid his attorney. Oh, they saying Dirk paid it? Okay. Yeah, Muwap, I know he got an attorney. It was somebody else too that looked like they had an attorney when I looked at the paperwork the other day. And it looks like Greenberg is one of the attorneys, but it looks like he's actually a public defender as well. So, I don't know, but Greenberg in there, y'all getting his little attorney geek on. Y'all, but I don't know. We gonna see though, because you're gonna start seeing when this trial is over. Yeah, he is on the case. We start seeing you gonna see on Vlad. What's that other guy's name? Academics. They probably gonna be on their channels because they probably gonna be able to pay the most to get the interviews from these people, from Mama Duck and some of these cooperators. So, you know, look for the big channels because they're gonna have the big interviews. But you know, us small people, we gonna try and have that real life paperwork, and that's where we win at because we come solid. We come with what it really is. No pump faking. Oh, North Carolina, Buckner. I thought North Carolina. Okay, I thought it was in Colorado. Maybe he is in North Carolina, y'all. We're gonna have to find out. Okay, y'all. We're gonna get out of here. Thank you guys for coming. Here's the Cash App again. If you would like to donate so we can get some of the paperwork for this trial, or send a super chat, it's fine. Super sticker, it's fine. Also, my email is skywins. Let me put it up here, right here, so you can see it. If you are a family, know a family that's in need, email me so I can get in contact with them, because I'd like to send them a donation to get some toys for Christmas or whatever they want for Christmas. And I'll also bring it to the channel, you know, if others would like to donate. Good way to give back, you know. I give back all the time, you know. I collect, you know, stuff from the house. Instead of me taking it, everything to Goodwill, I try and keep it in the car for like homeless people, and I give it to them, you know, because Goodwill, they have to go in there and they still have to spend money. So a lot of stuff, I have pots, pans, cups. Like I just got a bag together that I'm going to put in the car, and I just ride around. And if I see somebody, ask them, do they want it? I had some socks and some pans a couple weeks ago and gave it away. So y'all try and give back to people. It's a lot of people out here. It's hard times. It's really hard times. It's not, the money's not flourishing for people, you know. So try and do what you can to help each other. And we're going to get out of here. Thank everybody for coming. Again, let's try and boost up this side of the channel. And we'll go from there. All right, you guys. Thanks for coming. As always, do everything in God's divine order. Do everything in the spirit of righteousness to ensure righteousness prevails. Skyye Lyfe loves y'all. I will see you guys again this weekend.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.